Today is the first day of school for a lot of kids around the area. Sorry kids, summer's over. One of the biggest changes in Oregon for students this year has to do with their cell phones. We're gonna have more on that for you coming up. Plus,
don't let good be the enemy of perfect.
We work really hard. I pay my taxes.
Yeah, lots of opinions from the public over Governor Tina Kotek's transportation funding proposal ahead of the start of the special session. Why many are for and against her proposal.
all right, take a look at this now. It's like a scene right out of a Hollywood movie, but this is absolutely for real. A huge dust storm rolls through the Phoenix area. We're gonna have more on this video from Arizona coming up here in the 6 o'clock hour of sunrise.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Let's bring Chris McGinnis and Rod Hill into the mix. Rod, we'll have some of that huge dust storm video a little bit later. I'm assuming we have no dust storms in the forecast around here for the first day of school.
And we have the opposite. We have some drippiness in the air mass, meaning really humid and sticky. We had that yesterday. We'll have it again today. And to take it a step further, if you will, here's Albany, and there's been a track of just numerous rain showers for a couple of hours now, just moving over your area. So good morning to you. There's been some traceable amounts of rain northward up into Salem and McMinnville. It's all dry and kind of a mixed bag of partly to mostly cloudy skies this morning up over Portland. Sun's not up yet, but you can start to see some pretty colors in the breaks of the cloudiness that we have. 68. Humidity level currently 76%. Not unusual to have, high humidity levels in the morning, but when you step outdoors, you'll notice it. It's like, what's going on? And it will stay that kind of ringing wetness, what I call it, in the atmosphere throughout the day. So 67 at the bus stop this morning, sun up 625. Kind of partly sunny skies, 77 at noon, about 87 when the kids get out of school. Definitely light clothing, and try to keep cool today as you pick out your attire for this first day of school. Chris?
There will be lots of energy out there. All right, let's pick it up with a traffic alert in Marion County. I-5 southbound, ODOT reporting that both southbound lanes are now blocked in the Jervis area. This is near milepost 267. I'm working to get more details on this, but at this point, it looks like there's about a 2.5 mile backup on southbound I-5 getting through Jervis. There's also some northbound slowing as well. Again, no other details at this point. We're working to get those, but just know that driving through Marion County southbound, especially in I-5, is a real slow go at this moment. The drive out of Clark County looks pretty good, and the rest of our freeway system, guys, we are rolling along at a speed limit clip. We'll keep you posted.
All right, thank you, Chris. Top story this morning, tens of thousands of kids around the area are going back to school today. That includes kids in Oregon's largest school district, Portland Public, and kids in Beaverton.
And that's where we find Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz at Bethany Elementary School. So Thomas, how's everyone feeling about the first day of school?
Well, guys, there's just something different about the first day of school, right? You wake up at that normal time for the first time in months, a little bit early, families and kids all getting ready, eating the breakfast, putting on the clothes for the first day of school. And you're a little bit nervous, right? But you're also really excited to go back and see your friends. And while it's the first day for students, teachers have been prepping for a while to bring kids back to school. Now today, those kids are going to be walking across freshly waxed floors, finding their classrooms for the first time to kick off the school year. Between Portland and Beaverton schools, around 80,000 kids are returning to the classroom. And here at Bethany Elementary, there's been a whole lot happening for the past few weeks. Office staff have been ordering supplies, teachers have set up their classrooms, and of course everyone's been working really hard on those lesson plans for the start of the year. There's also big challenges ahead, like boosting reading scores, which have lagged statewide, and curbing chronic absenteeism, which has been a struggle at all grade levels in Oregon. But today, it's all about getting everyone back in the groove for the school year.
Staff come back with a renewed sense of energy and inspiration for the year ahead. They're ready to welcome a new group of children and build that community together.
And we are just under an hour away until these doors behind us at Bethany Elementary open. Class starts at 7:45 today. That's the general time every day here at Bethany Elementary. And guys, you gotta know, these kids, these parents especially, are ready for school to get back in session.
I'm sure. Thomas, thank you. Reporting live from Beaverton this morning. And as students return to class today, some will encounter new rules on cell phone use. Governor Tina Kotek issued an executive order forcing districts to implement a cell phone ban by January 1st. At Portland Public Schools, the district began enforcing an off and away policy last spring. So district leaders say they're already seeing positive results here. At Harriet Tubman Middle School, for example, students were required to keep their phones in pouches throughout the day last school year. And new data shows the school recorded gains in both math and reading.
We're seeing an increase in teaching time in every class. And in addition, it's impacting our academics. Students are more engaged in participating in classroom discussions.
And that school board member pointed out that Harriet Tubman Middle School saw a big drop in student absences after putting the new cell phone policy in place.
The start of the school year also comes with a reminder from local law enforcement for drivers to slow down. Woodburn Police will have extra traffic safety enforcement around school zones through next Friday, focusing not only on people going too fast, but also drivers not wearing their seatbelt or using their cell phone.
We have a lot more kids on the streets, a lot more kids on the sidewalks, kids that may not be familiar with crossing the streets or and the safety measures necessary for that.
In Woodburn, like it is in Portland, the school zone speed limit is 20 miles an hour. That applies, by the way, from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. on school days. Some workers in Vancouver's Evergreen School District are planning to hit the picket line at 8:30 this morning. We're talking about paraeducators, bus drivers, and other support staff who voted last week to go on strike after their union could not reach a new contract deal with the district. So the district responded by postponing the first day of school until next Tuesday, giving them an extra week to negotiate. Officials tell us there was a mediation session yesterday, but still no deal.
While we aren't seeing the triple-digit heat that we experienced over the past few days, Estacada School District announced that it will release students 2 hours early today due to the lack of air conditioning. Other districts are taking different approaches. Portland Public Schools plans to manage the heat with fans, ventilation, and by opening windows in the morning. Vancouver Public Schools intends to move students into cooler areas if necessary, while the Beaverton School District is advising students to dress for the warmer weather. If any other districts add an early release, we'll let you know right here on air or over on our website, KGW.com. And we have learned of 2 suspected heat-related deaths from this weekend. Officials say a 55-year-old woman died Sunday in Clackamas County. That follows a Saturday death of a 56-year-old man in Multnomah County. Now, it could take months for medical examiners to confirm those deaths are heat-related. Throughout our region, over the past 4 days, about 100 people also went to the ER for heat-related illnesses.
All right, take a look at the size of this industrial fire in Longview. It was huge yesterday afternoon. Reports first came in right before 4 o'clock, and it took crews from several different agencies to put this out. That warehouse belongs to Patriot Rail's Columbia and Calitz Railway. We talked to a worker there who was there at the time and recorded this video.
And then within, a minute, the roof was on fire. Right away, we started directing drivers away. We're shouting like, go, pull away from the doors. And man, that whole place lit up like immediately.
It ended up taking firefighters a couple of hours to get things under control. These photos here show the building was destroyed. There were no reports of any injuries, though. Investigators are still working to figure out how it started.
A firefighter from Kaiser has died while battling a Montana wildfire. Ruben Gonzalez Romero died of a medical emergency while fighting the Bivens Creek fire. Gonzalez Romero had more than 20 years of experience as a wildland firefighter and served mostly as a sawyer, which is someone who cuts brush and trees. He was a contractor with TJ Forestry, which called him a dedicated firefighter who loved his job and brought joy and wisdom to every crew he worked with.
The latest update on the flat fire in Central Oregon shows it's 7% contained at this point. This is still the largest fire in the state right now, covering 22,000 acres northeast of Sisters, and we know it's already destroyed at least 4 homes. 1,200 firefighters continue to work on this fire. Some evacuation levels in Jefferson County have been lowered, but many people are still in the level 3 go now zone.
Your time now is 6:09. Is there any rain in the forecast that could help firefighters with the
It
fire?
rained there much of the day yesterday, which was good. And they have another shower threat today. It's been mostly light stuff. We haven't really picked up the convective lightning out in central and eastern Oregon that I thought we probably would. We'll see how it plays out today. Right now, there's scattered showers between John Day and Pendleton. Currently dry over the Flat-Fire and in Central Oregon for the most part. And then we have the showers that have migrated into the Mid-Valley and down into the South Willamette Valley. Albany is right here, has been kind of the bullseye of rain moving through. You get up north, Salem's had a touch. McMinnville has had a touch as well. The Chehalem tasting room camera, I put the temperature up really quickly, but it's mainly cloudy. 73 degrees is the number. Here you can see the mainly cloudy skies from the Wells Fargo building this morning. It's 68. It just has what I'm going to classify as that I grew up with, that Midwest stickiness to the air mass that you notice the second you step outside. Humidity levels yesterday were all the way up to about 40% in the heat of the day. That's really humid by our standards, and we'll have that same type of feel today. So dress for a day that's going to be sticky and uncomfortable if you're going to be outdoors working and playing for extended periods of time. It's a lot of 70s on the board right now. Downtown Portland, Hillsboro, Beaverton, Kaiser, Salem, Dallas. Signs of a humid air mass and signs of the cloud cover that we have up top as well. Yesterday, we stopped at 88 degrees because of all the cloudiness that just kept coming into our skies from the showers out in Central Oregon. So if we get enough sun today, we could get up to 90. If we don't, we'll be in the 80s again, but very warm, very humid. And that thunderstorm threat with scattered showers in Central and Eastern Oregon continues, mainly 60s over at the beach. Here's your 7-day forecast. A lot of uncertainty here. This weather pattern we're in doesn't really change much through Thursday morning. So we'll have at least a shower threat. Thursday afternoon, rain chance ends. Friday looks nice but warm, 88. Another system could bring some showers Saturday p.m. into Sunday. And then right now, Labor Day looks mostly sunny and 83. Here is Chris McGinnis.
Thanks for that, Rod. We pick it up with that traffic alert in Marion County. Again, I-5 southbound. ODOT telling us now they have one lane open about 5 miles south of the Woodburn area. We don't know how many cars involved with this crash, but guys, what I can tell you is that there is a pretty substantial southbound backup about 2 miles. It's taken folks at least an extra 18 to 20 minutes to get through this stretch of I-5 southbound right now in the Jervis area. So plan ahead. Drew, China.
Thank you, Chris.